Miller, O'Reilly, and others who have a PQ near 25. In this magical world, call it a Bensteinocracy, there would be just as many politicians to the left of Stein, O'Reilly, and Miller as there were to their right. The same thing would be true of policies. That is, Stein, O'Reilly, and Miller would complain just as often that U.S. policies were too conservative as they would complain that they were too liberal. In such a world, American political views would mirror those of present-day regions where the average voter has a 25 PQ. Such regions include the states of Kansas, Texas, and South Dakota. They also include Orange County, California, and Salt Lake County, Utah. To the liberal elite, such places are a nightmare. They are family-friendly, largely suburban, and a large fraction of their residents go to church on Sundays. "Ah, don't cross the orange curtain," I once heard a Hollywood acquaintance say to another Hollywood acquaintance, referring to a visit to Orange County. In an episode of The Sopranos, Tony goes into a coma after being shot. He dreams that he is stuck in a hotel in Costa Mesa, a town in Orange County. He and the other guests of the hotel slowly realize that they are not free to leave. The hotel, many believe, was intended by the Sopranos writers to represent purgatory. To the liberal elite, that's the way the world would be if media bias were to disappear, like Orange County, not quite hell, but a step in that direction. Construction of the book's argument. To some people, these conclusions will sound shocking. However, they are supported by 1. 8 years of research, 2. Some state-of-the-art statistical and social scientific methods, and 3. Recent, little-noticed yet brilliant research by some rising star professors of economics and political science. In addition, once you learn some not-so-shocking intermediate conclusions that I construct, the main conclusion might not seem so shocking. The following are some of those intermediate conclusions. The PQ is based upon issues chosen by the Americans for Democratic Action, a liberal interest group. Thus, to demonstrate liberal media bias, I use a measuring rod that is based on criteria selected by liberals. Through the notion of a slant quotient, I show that media bias, like political views, can be measured objectively and quantitatively. According to these slant quotients, every mainstream national news outlet in the United States has a liberal bias. Of the 100 or so news outlets I examine, only a handful lean to the right. These include the Washington Times, the Daily Oklahoman, the Arizona Daily Star, Tucson, and Fox News Special Report. But even these supposedly conservative news outlets are not far right. For instance, the conservative bias of Special Report is significantly less than the liberal bias of CBS Evening News, and it is approximately equal to the liberal bias of ABC World News Tonight or NBC Nightly News. The effects of media bias are real and significant. My results suggest that media bias aids Democratic candidates by about 8 to 10 percentage points in a typical election. I find, for instance, that if media bias didn't exist, then John McCain would have defeated Barack Obama 56 to 42 instead of losing 53 to 46. In our current world, where views are distorted by media bias, the PQ of the average voter is approximately 50. This is about the score of Senator Ben Nelson, Democrat, Nebraska, or Senator Olympia Snowe, Republican, Maine. However, if we could magically eliminate media bias, then the PQ of the